and then we'll get going.
Hey, we've already started.
Just how I like it. Unexpected.
Oh no.
Fuck it, we'll do it live! So
Do
anyway,
it live.
Unexpected Thicc and Creamy podcast.
Thick and creamy all over you. Welcome back to the Thick and Creamy podcast.
I don't like what you
Number
said.
2.
Mine. What did I say?
I don't like that you said thick and creamy all over you.
Why?
I think that's gross.
I think I love it.
Wait,
As long
are
as
we
you talk
actually
about-
doing like? Are we doing our online names? Or are we doing our fucking actual names?
It's up to you.
I
Because
don't
my
mind.
name is Big Daddy. And I'm
That's
Thick
your
and
actual
Creamy.
name.
The name they will know me as is Big
Not
Daddy.
your sex names now, dude. The actual like.
Actually,
online
listen to
idea.
this. Listen to this. Hang on. Okay, Google. What is my name?
Your name is Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
This is terrible.
I'm joking.
It's
I'm
terrible.
not joking. Anyway, what have you been playing this week, my friend?
Ooh.
Oh,
You two
you don't
put
want to know.
now.
Start with the anime names,
I love
squad.
it.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy is what you will know me as from now on.
I will.
It's just Big Daddy.
Just
Even-
Big Daddy.
Even though I am the shortest of the lot of us.
Big Daddy D.
Big Daddy D.
Big Daddy D. I have been playing this week Quake.
Quake. Ooh,
Quake.
interesting.
Yeah, I assume you've both played Quake.
Back in the
Yeah,
day.
back in the
Not
day.
recently.
Which one are we? Which one are we talking about here? Like the newest one, like the
No,
old
like
one, or?
like super old ass Quake.
Ooh, yeah.
Like
Fast-paced.
The one who was like soundtrack is made by Nine Inch Nails and
Oh yeah, shit.
yeah. I've been playing it more for the atmosphere and soundtrack. But like,
Like Doom.
what I find with like these old school shooter games, like Doom and Doom 2 and Quake, is I get so fucking lost in the levels that I'm
Yeah.
struggling to do anything without cheating on that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and I've been playing Smash Bros. Because I might as well, and I'm sick of it now. And
Which Smash Bros?
The newest one.
The newest one. Oh yeah, you got a Switch right there.
I do.
I
So-
don't have a Switch.
Ooh.
I completed all the single player story elements of it, and I found like the World of Light story mode interesting enough to continue. I went for all classic mode with all the characters, but since I don't like playing with other people in real life, I now have nothing to do on it. So,
No.
well, I can fuck off.
Okay.
I'm
fair
done
enough.
with it.
Fair enough.
I'm done.
Is that it? Is that all you've been playing? Those two?
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
What about you, Jamie? What have you been playing?
Well, I haven't been playing as much Siege this week. I did dabble into Super Mario Odyssey again,
nice. Okay.
which was quite fun. It's one of those games that when I first played, you sort of beat it and you put it to the side for a while.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing it again. I've almost like not forgot things, but like it's almost like I'm playing it brand new again because I didn't put much like thought. Like it's one of those games you can just play and not put much thought process into it.
Yeah.
So as I'm playing it again now, I'm like, oh wait, this level seems sort of new to me.
Mm.
But yeah, it's been pretty decent. It takes me back to like when I was a kid, like games like Super Mario 64 and stuff.
Aw.
But I was gonna play the new Apex Legends last night, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we got some
That
news
looks-
on that.
Yeah,
later.
got some good things to say about Apex Legends.
Yeah. It
awesome.
seemed-
Yeah.
It's well, we won't get into that just yet. Anything
Yeah,
else?
yeah. No, not so
No.
far. I'm in the process of installing the BioShock collection again. To have a dabble at that, but
Yeah,
so
Yeah, you don't even need the collection. Just skip number 2. You don't need it. It's pointless.
I've never played
number
two.
two,
It's,
yeah.
it's unnecessary. I
Is
mean,
it?
it's
BioShock 1.5.
yeah, it's basic. It's BioShock 1, just not as good and just not relevant at all. But
Yeah.
How very descriptive.
it's not honestly. It's basically you play as like a big daddy this time.
Isn't it? Wait.
So you
isn't
play
it
as you.
Description. BioShock 1, but with big sisters.
Big
Is that a thing?
Sisters. I can't.
Is
Big
what
sister.
was the? Yeah, like they have like the women in there as well.
Oh yeah, like the one who sort of mind all the little ones.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
called
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Sister? I
yeah.
can't remember.
I think it was
But
Big Sisters.
You're not a
right?
big daddy in the first game straight off. You're just a
No, I
normal...
was saying you were the big daddy.
Oh, I'm the big...
Because I thought that's who you were
I'm
now.
the big daddy. I am big daddy. That's true.
You've got some lies here, guys.
Well, if you remember last week, I'm going to throw back to last week. I was talking about how my brother and his girlfriend were playing Spyro, the remastered Spyro.
The remastered.
I started playing it this week, and
How are you finding it?
awesome.
Yeah, great.
Every minute I have played that game, I have had a smile on my face. It is fucking awesome. I'm loving every second of it. Even though the formula is like, back to old days, it's basic. You literally do the mission. There's pretty much only one way to do it, and you're collecting shit and fighting bosses and all that shit. I'm loving it. It is so refreshing for me to play
It's
such
the
an innocent
trilogy,
game.
right?
Yeah. So I didn't dabble too much in the second and third one when I was younger, but I'm on the first one right now.
Okay.
And honestly, it's just nostalgia just hitting me in the face, and it's lush. I'm loving every second of it.
Do you know, when I haven't played that game yet, but when I watched the trailer, it's one of those things that rather than make me happy, it makes me sad to think that how games are so like just pure back then.
Oh yeah,
and, like, just so much better.
It's such an innocent game.
Have you seen that like the meme online, like the soul versus soulless video games? No, so like don't worry, I'll get back to it. Let me think about how to word this. I'll get back to it. But it sort of concentrates on that sort of aspects of video game design and stuff.
Yeah, it's just a good time. It is just a good time. That's the only way I can think about it. But yeah, went back on Red Dead. I'm at this point where I'm struggling to play it, not because it's bad or the story's bad, anything like that. But I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but there's a point in the game where you know what's going to happen, your character knows what's going to happen, and inevitably it's all going to come to this conclusion, and I don't know, I'm struggling to face it because you know what's coming, and I really don't want it to. So every time I go on there, I am avoiding the main missions like a plague. I'm doing all the side missions. I'm playing poker.
You never know, man.
You
never know. It might turn out completely different.
It's not gonna. I
Don't
feel
forget
it.
the last big Rockstar game, GTA 5, had a happy ending.
It did. I don't think this one is gonna.
You never know.
Wild West stuff never has a happy ending.
With GTA 5 though, wasn't there a possibility that you could totally mess up your game?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you could like lock out one of the playable characters.
Yeah.
Because
you can get a different ending. I'm pretty sure as well.
That point you're at now. Yeah. That point you're at now is exactly how I was with GTA 5. And I got to the mission, and I sort of had like a taster to woes to come.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never carried it on. And to this day, I don't even think I found out where. I did find what happened, but I'm glad I didn't carry on.
Yeah.
Because I sort of shied away, and then you played the mini
sure,
games.
Like everyone who'd be listening has completed GTA 5 now, so it's no spoiler to talk about the end, right?
Everyone's played GTA 5 at this point.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you get to the end of the game and it gives you these options, two of which are clearly wrong.
Yes.
And no sane person would choose them.
Yeah.
And the last one is the only one that could ever be of any use to any player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives you like an evaluation of yourself at the end. If you remember, it gives you like an evaluation. I was just like, I ain't like that at all. How dare you?
What did you say?
I can't remember. But I was just like looking at it. I was just like, that's not true. But yeah, apart from that, it's just same old League of Legends. Because like I said, Creature Rabbit ranked is back, and I'm playing it, and then I'm sucking really bad. Like there's a new division, Iron. I can't remember if that's higher or lower than bronze. It doesn't matter. But they put me.
Iron must be above bronze.
They put me in silver too, and I am so upset. So upset.
Yeah, can't imagine being in silver too.
Fuck off. Anyway, we'll have. There's no anniversaries. What we're gonna do with anniversaries from now on? We're gonna do them at the end of the month. We're gonna hit every anniversary through February at the end of the month. So we're not gonna talk about them today. But what have we got with you at the moment, Jim? What news have we got? in
So-
the Reddit Twitterverse.
Well, there was a video on Reddit that I shared the other day, and I don't know if you can share this, like find this video and share it in the actual
Yeah, I
like
mean, you've got-
description of this video.
Yeah,
So
that's-
basically, it was the standard anthem at E3 compared to now.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard
The
about
best.
this.
Well, did you not see the video? The best way to describe it is, it looked like this kick-ass game and all this stuff, and then when you actually got to the gameplay and the graphics and what the actual game looked like,
Yeah.
it was sort of like you needed to watch the gameplay with like the Rocky theme being played by like a recorder or a flute in the background, because it was
What fucking
it was
Rocky
just
film was that?
it's
On the
basically
flute, on the recorder, innit?
Yeah, it's basically the Rocky theme played really bad, but it's just
Yeah.
like, it's just, they just, I don't know why they do it, because they know that we're going to find out in the end. And
Yeah.
then when we do find out, it's only going to like just naff them up even more. It's like, they just try to oversell it so bad.
So is
But
it
yeah,
another Watch Dogs and Rainbow Six Siege?
Yeah, basically,
scenario?
it's the same scenario. Obviously, I haven't played the game yet. I've heard it's a loot and shoot game.
Yeah. So, what I've got on Anthem is a couple things. There's stuff like there's a ton of bugs in the demo. Ton of bugs.
Yeah.
I was watching one YouTube channel. I usually go for the funny content. It's great. Funhouse. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Fucking awesome channel. But they do like a gaming weekly news thing, and one of the members there, James, was trying to play Anthem, but there's a bug. We have infinite load screens.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And this actually went and corrupted his hard drive.
Good.
Went down,
Awesome.
pretty much broke his computer, so you had to do like a check disk and everything on it just for trying to play the game. And the main dude there, Bruce, it took him hours just to play the game.
Really?
Because the amount of game-breaking bugs, it just kept taking him out of the game like all the time.
So, like, Anthem is supposed to be obviously a large AAA title.
Yes.
Yeah.
So think how much playtesting this game would have had
Yes.
in comparison
So
to another game we're going to talk about later.
yeah, so here's the problem with Anthem. They've labeled it as a demo when in actual fact it's a straight up beta. It's being released on what? The 22nd. And there is this many bugs.
This is the
I
thing.
mean-
People, there's stupid people out there that think, oh, this game's getting released as a demo or a beta beforehand, because it's been. I think they labeled it as a demo to sort of cover their asses, because if they released as a beta, people get into this trap of thinking that, oh, they've done a beta like a month or two before, that they're gonna fix these bugs. Like,
Yeah, but that's the point of the beta.
But there's no way that they can fix like any game going to beta and think we can fix the majority of the bugs, because back in the day, this was the reason why games got delayed by 6 months, because they play test them, not just play test them indoors and do them out, bring people in, and then realize the game's completely broken and think we can't release this. But obviously EA being EA, they think we'll release it, and then all you're doing is you're killing your game at the start. And
Yeah.
then-
So I think that's why they get a bit of slack at the moment, though, because when a game is in this state,
yeah.
this is usually when you either call it an alpha or a beta test.
But
When it's
Yeah.
a demo, it should be a showcase of the completed game.
bear in mind, Fallout 76 has been released for however long now.
Oh,
And that technically is a stretch to be called a
the
beta.
retort! Swish, he fades back, shoots and he scores. Fucking hell, alright, calm down. No, we're
No,
gonna
I don't think it's a word to describe what Fallout is, to be honest.
Look, right, we won't talk about Fallout 76 because Fallout is one of my favourite series. And
I love Fallout.
I'm so
I think
disappointed.
Fallout is great. I think it's better than the Elder Scrolls games because I prefer the universe and all the crazy
wait.
kooky shit that happens. But
Yeah.
Fallout 76 depresses me. Like when it first came out, I was sad but like I think it's gone like full circle where I'm like, I want to watch it burn more.
Yes.
Like I want something to come out next week to be like, oh, Fallout 76 accidentally launches real nuke, or like some bullshit.
The problem is it doesn't help. Bethesda doesn't help when they try to do all this fucking cute shit with like the Nuka rum and the canvas bag nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so frustrating, man. They tried. It was a good idea at first.
It's not a good idea.
It's always worth a try, but this literally blew up in their face.
There was a. This is good on Bethesda, but I remember reading an article about like a sick kid, and he was terminal,
Right.
and Bethesda sent him Fallout 76 to play early. Can you imagine the fucking disappointment on that kid's face
The
when
worst.
he opened up Fallout 76
There's no NPCs.
out of his nylon bag?
There's no NPCs in that game. Like, if he was playing that on his own, that must have been so depressing.
So lonely, yeah.
Holy shit, that's awful. Anyway, we're going off topic. It's fine. This is what we're about. Anyway,
This is what happened.
back to Anthem before we move on.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on the release schedule that they have for this game. I don't know if you remember back to Battlefield 5. It was awful. The release schedule was awful. So, what I've got here, right? Origin Access Premier players get the full game on early access, so they don't get to keep it straight away. No, they do get to keep it. My bad. They do get to keep it, I think. On February 15th. This is how vague it is. Right? I don't.
Okay.
It just says early access, right? So they get it on February 15th. They're the only people who get it on February 15th, right? And then EA Access and Origin Access, the basic Origin Access, get a 10-hour trial on the 15th.
Wow.
So everyone gets it on the 15th as long as you're paying EA, right? You get it on the 15th. If you're not a Premier, you only get it for 10 hours. You get a 10-hour trial, and that's it. You fucking cut off. On you go. Right? So the full game then releases on February 22nd. So if you're a Premier, you just pick up where you left off when the full game comes out.
Do you?
Yeah. So that's how it works. I'm pretty sure when you get the game on the 15th, it just runs, and then it actually it releases on the 22nd.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. But here's the kicker for me. Anyway, I was just talking. We and Aaron were talking about this just before the podcast started. If you're paying EA for the basic package on Origin, or you're subscribed to EA Access on Xbox, you do not get that game. You still have to buy it. Then what's the point? What is the point? Like you subscribe to this thing to get the games, to get EA games, but then they're telling you it's like, oh, thanks for your subscription, more money please. Oh, you can't play it.
Yeah.
How long do you have to wait before you get to play that game?
See, I think the reason they have staggered it out, I think it's their sneaky way of doing a stress test.
I don't know, because one of the devs, I believe, on Twitter, basically some guy called out this whole thing, and he was just like, well, so people on PlayStation just get no look in for playing it early or anything like that. And the dev replied back saying if it was up to me, everyone would be playing it at the same time.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
So obviously this is all EA's doing, as it usually is. But what I don't get, I understand they're trying to make it look like these subscription services are worth it because you get to play early. I mean, like, you pay for the Premier package, which I can't remember, it's a lot a year. You get to play it like nearly a week early, a week before everyone else, and you get to keep the game. But when you're still on a subscription service to EA, and then the game actually comes out, and you still have to buy it.
Yeah.
Then what? I don't get it.
Can we just also say that for these people that have this subscription service, you never actually own the game, because as soon as you stop paying them, that game's gone.
Yeah. So it's the same with Xbox Game Pass and all these subscription services. It's like Netflix.
Yeah.
So the moment you stop paying, any downloaded movies or anything like that, you don't have access to anymore. So I guess it's fair enough. I prefer still owning the game.
But still, the way they have to release a table for the release dates
it's fucking carnage. It was the same with Battlefield 5. It's absolute carnage. Doesn't make
I think
that's right. Battlefield 5 did well.
Doesn't it start off with FIFA games? They basically they sort of tested the water with FIFA games. They had the normal edition, which you could obviously buy from shops on day one. Then you had like the ultimate edition, then, which was like the top tier edition. You could play that a week before.
Yeah.
So other games start to catch on now. But I think, like Aaron said, I think it's nothing to do with a stress test. It's sort of to do with like just that extra bit of money and that bit of income to please the investors.
Trying to convince people to pay out that monthly subscription. That was a bite.
Yeah.
But the as well, the reason they'd want to do that is because they want to entice people and tell them that they're missing out on Anthem.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just to get them to sign up for the service to play the game.
Yeah.
Because, like, say, if you knew a bunch of your friends were getting it earlier, and you had to wait like an extra, like how many of a days it was until you get a hand in the game, then that's gonna suck for you.
Yeah. What else we got?
This is from my end. Basically, they did a I don't know. I didn't like look too much into this because Fortnite isn't my thing. But basically, I thought it was pretty cool. They did an actual in-game Fortnite concert. Besides Fortnite, it was the first ever in-game concert. It was with the artist Marshmello, and basically they hosted this like concert like during the game. It was sort of like live, like they had this concert setting in the game which a bunch of players could go to, and they live streamed the set that was live from the DJ.
Yeah.
And they also basically had a couple of like sort of Easter eggs doing it, but it was basically totally free. Obviously the game's free, but it was a sort of a way for, I guess, people that don't like introverts and stuff that don't get out to just go to this, and kids as well. But
that's interesting.
Was it free?
I thought it was, it's like this whole concert was free. It was sort of
how Marshmello, whatever you say, it wasn't actually there then. It was just
he was in the game world.
No, I mean, no. So I don't know how that works because he doesn't speak or anything. So they could have just they could have made an avatar for him, put him in the game, and then
that's basically what they did. And people attended this. People attended the concert, got sort of like in-game items for free and stuff as well.
Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I kind of like that. Like in a way, it's not something I'd ever be interested in, but I'm sure the youngsters who play that game.
If I was like.
If it was Tenacious D or something, then I'd cool. Fucking be there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But like, for the kids playing it, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, if I was like young and into Fortnite and like they were like, I'm putting on a live concert, I'd be all over that. That'd be rad.
I think it's a thing that the more to the fact that they didn't really need to do it and they still did it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, games should always, especially if you're trying to build a good like rapport with your customers, you should always try and give back every now and then.
That's a cool thing.
It does pay back. It like, if people do respect the game and a specific gaming company, it does tend to pay for them. You know what I mean?
Apparently next week they got R. Kelly doing something or something. There's a joke.
Hey, we like the joke here on the Thicc Creamy podcast. Right there.
Does that mean though that they're just going to charge for concerts in the future for a chance to get a good item?
Maybe. Who knows? That could be a revenue stream for them. That could be a revenue stream for them.
They need a revenue stream.
Let's hope not.
No, it's not about that. Hey, anyway, is that what you've got today? Can we move on?
Well, my third one was sort of like it probably could lead on to something else you guys could speak about. Was Apex Legends?
Oh yes.
It's sort of I went into like the backstory, and apparently, obviously this is to do with EA. Is Titanfall without the Titans and a lot of the things that make Titanfall.
Yeah.
But apparently it got released in the press that they basically developed this without EA's knowledge and sort of released the last minute out of nowhere, which it's sort of cool because it proves that because Respawn are obviously a good company. Titanfall are actually Titanfall 2 is a really good game.
Yeah, Titanfall's decent.
But yeah, I think I haven't played it yet, but there's getting loads of hype at the moment.
Yeah. So
But,
it is garnering quite good reviews in terms of battle royale games. It is set in the Titanfall universe, I believe. But there was it's come with the standard free to play setup where obviously the game's free to download, but it has like the microtransactions,
It's a hero shooter,
the
right?
loot boxes. Yeah, so it's basically a battle royale with heroes that have different powers and abilities, and you have teams of 3 and stuff like that.
The cool thing about it is I'm not a fan of multiplayer games, whatever, but this game was released with no stress tests.
Yep.
And hardly any pre-release fucking beta runs, any shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's working pretty much fine.
Yeah.
Whereas Anthem isn't.
yeah,
And like looking at it from a broad perspective, they both come from the same place.
Yeah.
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 But the only difference is that EA didn't know that they were making this Apex game.
So I'm pretty sure when I looked up on earlier, I'm pretty sure they made the base game. They basically took it to EA and said like, look, this is the game we want to make right now, and there was a whole lot of convincing in it to get EA to approve this, and they did. And if you notice, they didn't do barely next to no
Advertising.
It
anything.
came out, right?
So
Marketing.
the dev was just like, look, we wanted the game to speak for itself, so we just put it out there.
Yeah.
Because if they spent like months advertising, trying to convince people that this is like a battle royale, they should you should be playing it. They thought it might make people skeptical, so they just said we're just going to release it and see what happens. And so far, people are really enjoying it.
Overtook Fortnite on Twitch as
Yeah,
the most viewed game, but that's obviously
that's
when
the
it
usual
first
thing.
comes out. It's gonna happen.
The real test is
in a week or
how.
two.
Yeah, give it some time, and then
It sounds
see where
like
it ends up.
it's pretty good.
I'm gonna. The problem is my computer at the moment has a real gripe with battle royale games.
Yeah.
PUBG, H1Z1, Fortnite. Like I've tried them all on my computer, and for whatever, it's only battle royales. But like the helicopter, the bus, whatever you're in, the moment I jump out, my computer blue screens every time. The only one that's worked even decent is PUBG. But even sometimes I'll get out the plane, I'll spend like 5 minutes on the ground, kill a couple of people, walk through a door in the house, and my computer shuts off. Every time.
Maybe your computer has become self-aware and it's actually like saving you from these games.
Stop playing these games! Yeah, you might
Don't
be
play
right.
Maybe
this
you
trash.
just suck that
Maybe
bad.
I just suck. The computer's just like, you know what? Fuck it, I've had enough. Stop playing. Stop playing. You suck.
So yeah, I think was Apex
Legends Battle Royale.
Legends is a fucking really overused second
Oh,
title or subtitle to a game.
Hey, that's the main title. It's Apex Legends ... Battle Royale. I think that's
But
I think that name could use work.
well,
if it ends up being a good game, then
yeah. The thing I like though, even though it is set in the Titanfall universe, they didn't stick the name on the title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
then people would just be pissed off.
Yeah.
There's no Titans.
Yeah, even though they have come out and said it is in the Titanfall universe, so some people are just going to pick it up purely for that.
Yeah,
But they didn't stick it on the front, which is nice.
Am I wrong? Is it free?
It is free to play, but like I said, it has the standard setup. The microtransactions, the loot boxes.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that turns out.
At least they've delivered a working game.
Yes, which
Whereas
is rare.
I believe one of Anthem's cosmetic items was around $20.
Yes.
Yeah,
a
the
set of
armor,
armor?
So it's about
one of the
18 quid.
one of the armor
Yeah.
packs was $20, which is just
Why would you spend that on a
Because
cosmetic?
a lot of things with cosmetic, people don't go in and buy loads of them.
Yes.
If you're gonna get a cosmetic for your character, you're gonna go through them all, find the ones you really like, and think, you know what, fuck it, it's a one-off spend. You'll buy it, and it's done. So they can like push people more with that more.
Yeah, but again, this is where my gripe comes in with full price games. Like, I would accept this in a free to play game. The moment I spend full price in the game, and then it's like, oh, cool, I'd like to, I'd like to get that armor somehow, and it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, that's like you're paying half the price of the full game for that fucking.
So yeah, so imagine though, even if you've bought this game, and you're being showed after every like so often this cosmetic item that really appeals to you, and you can be like, nah, I don't want it. And if you end up spending 100 hours in this game, and every few hours you see it, eventually you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm drunk.
I'm trying. Here's my bank card.
Buy this
Shit.
That's how it fucking wins, isn't it?
Usually when I get drunk, I end up playing ranked on League of Legends, and I wake up the next day and I've lost 10 games in a row. And I drop down, I'm
Like,
just
shit.
like, oh my god. But, yeah. In staying on, this whole Apex Legends thing, the dev Respawn, unfortunately, let everyone know that Titanfall 3 is not currently in development. There's no side teams working on it, nothing. They've put everything into this thingy. The problem was Titanfall 2 didn't sell so well because what they wanted to do was put it up against the Call of Duty that came out at the time. They wanted to pit it against Call of Duty to see how it did. But there was a problem with Battlefield 1's release window, so basically Titanfall 2 got wedged in between Call of Duty and Battlefield 1, and it was never going to end well.
See, I Titanfall, to me, I couldn't compare it to playing an online Call of Duty game or Battlefield. Like, I understand, first-person shooters, but the mechanics of Titanfall could vary completely from those games.
I found Titanfall more enjoyable to play, personally. It's more free.
I liked the first Titanfall. Like with Titanfall, I got the vibe that even though it was done by EA, it felt like an old classic like Sega game. It feels weird, but it was sort of like a retro style to it.
It was very smooth and enjoyable to play. Like, I give Respawn fucking all the credit in the world. Like, in terms of gameplay and stuff, it was lovely. Really was enjoyable.
And then Titanfall 2, the reason I didn't pick it up, even though it had a large single player segment in it, I didn't pick it up because I knew Titanfall 1 didn't have a single player segment in it. And I thought it'd be sort of shoehorned in. But actually, from what I read, turned out to be a good campaign.
So
really good.
I'm currently borrowing Titanfall 2 off a friend. I started playing it, but obviously my back catalogue of games is building up quite massively. But I played maybe quarter of the way through the campaign, and so far so good. Yeah. Like, it is quite enjoyable.
Sounds great.
And that was the one thing. Like, I've played the Titanfall 1 campaign, and I was just like, this is just a multiplayer game with some fucking knob in the top corner speaking some shit that is not relevant at all. I'm just like, I'm trying to play a multiplayer game. Why is this dude talking? Like, why are you talking to me right now? Fucking stop, please. And it was just jarring, and it was unnecessary, and it was rubbish.
I think the core element of Titanfall was really good, but I think the way they went about I don't know, the way the game just in general is just so just everywhere. I think I did have some fun online, but it seemed like just something was missing. Or just the way it was just done in the end, it was just sort of
Titanfall
all
2
over
though.
the shop.
I thoroughly recommend if you haven't picked it up.
What was I've heard a lot about the single player, but what was the online like? Was it just
it was
basically
just
the same, or
it was smoother, like, transitioning from wall running to the jetpacks and the double jumps and all that stuff. It was smoother. Obviously, it was just like Titanfall 1, but just done a bit better. So
wasn't originally that game an Xbox exclusive?
Yeah. So it was.
And then
it was
on
a
the
timed.
PlayStation.
It was a timed exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So obviously Xbox got it quite a while before the rest of everyone else got it. But yeah, Titanfall 2 came straight out and everything. So Xbox couldn't hold on to it, unfortunately. That would have been a big seller for them, I think, maybe, if it didn't have such a shit release window.
I mean, Titanfall 1 was a big seller for a while.
Wasn't? Or was? Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It's good.
I've never seen that like, everywhere.
Yeah. I picked it up straight away. It was great.
Yeah.
Like they went as far as like chucking like the old classic, like chucking on like the billboards and stuff, didn't they, with Titanfall?
Yeah, it was good.
But
yeah,
if Titanfall 1 had, this is going to sound silly, but had the campaign instead of 2, then I think if 2 was solely a multiplayer focus, it would still would have sold a hell of a lot more.
Oh no, it would be a totally different ball game, I think.
The thing that failed Titanfall 2 was the only thing that failed it was its release date. In the place it was put, it was never competing, and it failed epically. So that's why at the moment Respawn is working on this. So it's probably to have like a better income stream coming in now, and then eventually, hopefully, they'll jump onto Titanfall 3 with refined mechanics, so they don't feel dated.
But they are part of EA, aren't they?
Yeah, so EA is the publisher.
EA will fuck it up.
Yeah, they're like, why is this monetizable? Ah!
Titanfall 3 coming out once every 12 months. Play for 12 hours this month.
I'm pretty sure soon, dude. Like, if the way EA has it, it'll sort of be the thing where, like, you go on a game, you press start, and then each time you press start, you'll be like, we'll charge $10 from your credit card.
So that's probably the only reason EA give Respawn the go-ahead for this Battle Royale, is because, like, look, this is the game we want to make, but you can monetize the fuck out of it because that's how it works. It's a free-to-play game. That is how it works. So they were just like, yeah, go on in, woo! And then everyone lived happy ever after. So we get a working game. If you don't like it, you don't have to spend any money on it. Happy days, no one's hurt.
Well, the Apex Legends was also made off the engine of Titanfall.
Yeah.
So having all these people play online is surely just gathering data and like such for them to help improve the game.
60 players. 60 players in the game. There's no
60
Titans.
players, 3-man team, innit?
Yeah, so there's no Titans, there's no wall running, there's no double jumps or triple jumps, I don't think.
No.
So it is more basic in terms of gameplay than...
I think the slides.
The slides and the grapple thing you can still do. What?
I was going to say that I saw something interesting earlier about the game because I've been watching a bit of the gameplay, and this differs to other battle royales where you can bring back your teammate. So when say if you're in a squad battle, I think the most frustrating thing about like battle royales is like your mate will die and you think, oh Christ, we're this early into a game, we're gonna need to restart. But what they've done is if you're in a battle with someone and you say you win the firefight and it's just you versus like 3 people and you win, they will sort of you'll get a benefit from that because there's an area which you can take your friend's dog tags to, and then within a certain amount of time you can bring them back.
Huh.
Oh, cool.
So it's sort of you know goes towards that team game, which which is a big positive.
That's the thing with battle royales at the moment. There's a bunch of companies putting their fingers in the pie to see who can mix it up enough where it's it's going to be the best one. So Fortnite's been on top for a while, but maybe this. Anyway, what you got? What you got?
Let me tell you some things.
Tell me some stuff.
So the biggest news story I have of this week.
Yes.
Microsoft have released
That is a bus.
That was a bus.
That was a bus.
Microsoft has released a new color controller for the Xbox. It's a red one.
Is it,
let me just confirm this.
You go ahead. Ooh, that's actually really nice.
It's not this one here, is it?
What the fuck?
No, it's this one.
Oh no, it's that one. It's similar, but it's a little different.
This was a ruse. This was not my biggest story of the week.
Anyway, either way, that's a nice control.
Did I trick you?
You did.
It is a nice controller.
It is a nice control. I thought you had me going in.
It's got all the buttons.
Got
A, B.
X and Y. Who knew?
Whoa, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
start button as well.
What
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck?
start button.
Oh my god, it is a nice red.
It
though.
is a
I do
nice
like
red
that.
controller.
That's nice.
But let me tell you a thing.
Tell me a thing.
I'm going to tell you another small thing,
Go on. More small
and
things.
then maybe a big thing.
Maybe.
So I have something that has pissed me off,
Okay.
and something I was going to say pissed me on, but
Pissed on me.
and something that's pissed on me.
Yes.
In
go
a
on
good
then.
sense.
Go on then.
So when I was younger, it was all about fucking Nintendo
Yes.
and Sega.
Yes.
And
Sega.
like Mario vs Sonic.
Yes.
And like it was all like a big rivalry, like just Genesis does what Nintendo don't and all that crazy
Oh!
shit. So when I eventually saw Sonic going onto like platforms of Nintendo and like teaming up with Mario and doing
Yes.
shit, I was like, this is crazy.
This is wrong.
So
Hang on, there's an ambulance. Can you die quietly, please?
this is how wild this story is
Thank
going
you.
to be. So
Is it outside
this-
the house ready now?
in my opinion, is like a step crazier. Because now,
Right.
Microsoft is attempting to merge Xbox Live with
yeah.
iOS devices, mobile, and the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, right. Jamie said about this. How does that work? What?
So-
I'm.
The idea behind it is, first of all, there's not a great amount of details about this out at the moment, but what they want to do, as a quote, is they want to enable game developers to connect players between all the platforms,
Okay.
like the Nintendo platform and the Microsoft Store and the PC. So
Right.
obviously their thinking is they can only reach a so big of audience using the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
So if they can reach all the Android and iOS, and obviously they can have phone apps and stuff already for it, but and Switch users, their base that they're connected to as far as players goes expands
Yes.
rapidly,
Yes.
rapidly.
So I'm
So-
assuming there's only going to be a certain amount of games that are compatible for each.
No game, nothing's been said about that.
Oh, okay.
It's only been said Xbox Live has been expanded to these things.
Right.
So, yeah, at GDC they're expected to reveal more about it.
Okay.
But again, what they have said, being Microsoft, you'll be able to take over your Xbox profile. You'll be able to take over your. Let me shut my window.
Yeah, I'm going to shut that window. I think it's a good. There we go.
You're going to be able to take over your Xbox profile, your achievement history, your friends list, the clubs you're in, and like all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Which right now it's not like a big crazy thing, because nothing more has really been said about it. But it's a step towards being a big crazy thing.
It's a stepping
Yeah.
stone, isn't it? Yeah.
But also, it's
I think
a step on like Sony's fucking face. The company that's been against cross-platform
Yes.
stuff since what was
Yeah.
it, Fortnite? They did a
A
lot
while.
cross-platform.
Yeah. It's
I
yeah.
know there's been a few things, and Rocket League as well, was it?
Yeah.
And like their response was just like, "Oh, why would we want to fucking play with the inferior consoles?" And everyone else was like, "All right, we'll all have fun together. You
Yeah.
fuck off in your
It-
fancy boy."
As
club."
much as I love Sony at this point in time,
Yeah, Sony's
like
lovely.
when it comes to this, they're
Yeah.
being real dicks.
So yeah, they
that's the thing. They make awesome first party games,
They
but they are
do.
so like anti gaming in general, which is
They
frustrating as
are.
fuck.
In terms of multiplayer, I want to see a time where all the consoles are on the same, because that way, even if a game doesn't sell well,
You've always got a player base.
yeah,
haven't you?
you'll have a bigger player base than you would if you was just
Yeah.
a first party game.
I
like-
don't think if either a Microsoft or a Sony put out their new console now and it was again exclusive only in itself, only to itself, then I think people aren't gonna buy it. I think it's getting to a stage where people are almost not gonna buy these consoles.
Yeah, exclusives. I don't think have ever been a good thing.
No, I think it needs to come to a point now where they need to start encapsulating each other and like
Yeah,
bringing everything together,
Yeah.
because we must be getting to a point now where a game streaming service is good enough to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're getting it. We're definitely close. Because that way, I don't have to spend over $1,000 to play the newest fucking games on the best, quality and shit, like on the computer.
I'm happy to pay for Netflix, which is like $6, $7, I don't know, £7 a month.
Yeah.
But if
Hasn't it
someone
gone
said,
up again now?
what's that?
Hasn't the price of Netflix gone up again?
I'm not too sure. It's actually
might
my
have.
brother's account.
Yeah.
But if it was a gaming service that was like £10 a month, and it was like, yo, all the games, no latency issues, anything, then I'd be more than happy to pay for that, which I think is what is going to need to come out next to really inspire any interest.
That's the one thing holding me back from the Xbox Game Pass mind, because it's £10 a month and you get all the games. Oh, well, most of the games, which is fine. But then if you want to buy if you want to use a multiplayer game like Forza Horizon on there, you still have to pay for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
Yeah,
want to
that's
do
frustrating.
So ultimately, you need. Again, I don't want to just have Xbox games. I want to have
all of them.
damn video
Every day.
games. Yeah, and
that would be worth it then.
Yeah, something that's worth it. But yeah, the idea of Microsoft moving something to a Nintendo platform like their Xbox Live service, which is huge, would have been unprecedented. But now it's actually happening, which is crazy.
Yeah, this could be great.
I'll tell you what else is crazy though, Beach.
Tell me.
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
So imagine if someone came up to you and was like, here is the license for Star Wars.
Yes, please. Just take it off EA, please.
So
please.
Our good friends, no, this is not the news story I want. Our good friends, EA, have finally confirmed that the Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order, is still scheduled for being released this fall. Because during this console generation, 2 Star Wars games have been released.
And this console generation started in 2013, am I wrong?
Before that, was it? Let's see.
I had the Xbox One day one on 2013.
Xbox One was 2013, 2012, something like that.
2013. I had the day one. 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
So we've had 2 games in 6 years.
Yeah, and not only have 2 games, we've had just 2 fucking soulless fucking games.
Yes.
So we've had both Battlefront games.
Yes.
These games been Battlefront, really.
Yeah.
So
That have just literally been fronts for just a
which
microtransaction store.
which they were just basically reskinned fucking Battlefield games.
Yeah.
And both Battlefront 1 and number 2 were basically the same, except number 2 had more microtransactions and fucked themselves.
Yeah.
So, like the older console generation, the PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah.
How many Star Wars games?
Oh.
Do you let's
On
just
the
let's
360,
do a gamble.
I remember.
So let's have a quick nosy.
Quick nosy.
How many Star Wars games were released Xbox 360?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, 1 million of them. About 1 million. Because Star Wars games were fucking everywhere.
Lego
because
Star
if you had a
Wars,
franchise which had already sold itself
Fortunately.
and had like 6 films and like a crazy cult following, that's what you do to make money.
Hang on, if you click that there, I'm getting real close to you, thick and creamy.
So,
wow!
here we go.
Yes.
Let me.
Oh wait, that's not Star Wars games. What?
So we had all the Lego.
That's not what you wanted at all.
What have you showed me, Beach?
Well, it said more Star Wars games. You click on it, it's giving you like GTA and
Porn.
fucking Plants vs Zombies. Like what the fuck? Is
Anyway,
that?
I'll get the exact number next week.
Yes,
But
it was quite a
the
few.
fact is,
I've got it up now. There were 10 Star Wars games,
crazy.
In 10 years.
Crazy.
which is like next level stuff. Like they had like Lego Star Wars games. They had the Force Unleashed collection. They had the Complete Saga, which was Lego as well.
EA,
The
like,
Disney Infinity did a bunch of stuff. Connect Star Wars.
But yeah,
Like, even the stuff that was shit was good.
yeah.
If that makes sense.
EA, I think, at this point in time, I know we always rip on EA, but one, let's be honest, they bring it on themselves. They just need to give this license up.
if they
to
want to
someone
make
else.
money, then microtransactions as such is the cheap and nasty way to do it.
Yeah, it is.
When they have a license as powerful as Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic?
On the computer for a little bit, yeah. I wasn't an avid player, but I did play it. Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
Like a huge following as well. And the second one had like a massive following behind that. Why they don't just do this stuff with that license?
And
because EA has the money to get the developers to do this.
Yeah, and they did like announce like a bunch of Star Wars games that looked really good, like, and they came out and they cancelled them all, and the guy was just like, oh, nobody's interested in linear games. It's like, no, you cancelled it because you can't find a way to fucking monetize the shit out of it.
But also, like, it's saying like, oh, no one's interested in linear games, but loads of people interested in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I know. Just fucking make it.
But I believe Respawn is behind this new one.
Really?
Jedi Order. Yeah.
Well, this might be good news.
Yeah, it might be.
We will see.
That's good news.
It might be, but
I'm nervous now.
yeah.
You shouldn't have told me that. 'Cause
So
I'm fucking
with
nervous.
Respawn being behind this, we're probably puts more leeway to why they may be doing less of the Titanfall stuff as well.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. The last interview thing I saw about that was they just saying like there's no teams, no separate teams working on Titanfall, nothing. But yeah, Star Wars Jedi.
Look in here.
Why is it called Star Wars Jedi?
Fallen Order. So basically, I believe the synopsis is you are one of the Jedi who survived the Order 66.
Oh, no way.
And you're a bit like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I can't wait already.
and that was a direct quote. So.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, the fuck.
Do you start the game and you just like rising up from the ashes? You just go, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
I can't believe you've done this.
But yeah, so.
What else we got in the stratosphere at the moment?
In the crazy, crazy world of video games, I think those two are my biggest things. Microsoft Game Studios.
Yes. Ooh, has a new boss.
No.
Meet the new boss. Same as the old boss.
Microsoft Games Studios no longer goes under Microsoft Game Studios.
What does it go under?
And now it goes under Xbox Game Studios.
Ooh.
Now you know.
Thanks.
It's the same people, same groups, different name.
Just a rename.
I want to go one topic before I throw up the... Not throw up. Before I go on to the hot topic. Hot topic is my personal topic that I want to talk about. I give Jamie and Aaron their own sections. Hot topic is my baby. Right? So it might not always be the biggest story of the week, but it's one that interests me quite a lot, right? But I want to go on to one thing before we do that. The Metro Exodus debacle. Have you heard about this? Are you up to
with
date?
the whole Steam and the Epic store, is it?
Yeah. So basically, Deep Silver is the publisher or the dev team. Yeah, the publisher. Sorry, of Metro Exodus. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what they've done, they released it for pre-order on Steam for quite a while.
Yes.
You've been able to pre-order it for quite a while. So with the release of the Epic Game Store, obviously these publishers are going to get a bigger cut of the game.
Yeah.
I believe 88% of the revenue goes to the publisher.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Compared to Steam, which I'm pretty sure you get 70% on Steam. That might be wrong.
That's still more than I thought.
There is a lot. I'm pretty sure Steam takes 30%.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. But anyway, obviously, if a company's offering, say, more than half, like, you know, we'll take 12%, whereas Steam takes 30%, you're going to go, oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Even though Epic Game Store is still early days, it's nowhere near, like, comparable to Steam. It has, like, none of the same services. It's just not as good at the moment.
No.
You do get, like, a free game and stuff.
Bare-boned.
It is bare-boned, but obviously all the devs and the publishers, you're going to see is the cash dollar signs in their eyes.
But
you know what I mean?
the biggest selling point with the Epic Store is what's also Epic, Fortnite, and they've already got that user base there. So
So basically, the game is still on Steam, but you can't pre-order it, you can't buy it. So people obviously been complaining. They've been review bombing the past games like big time. But if you did pre-order the game on Steam, it will be honored. You can still download it on Steam when it comes out. You'll still get all the patches. You'll still be able to buy the DLCs when they come out on Steam. But for a while, you're not going to be able to buy it. I'm pretty sure it's timed exclusive on the Epic Store, but for like a year.
Yeah,
right?
a year.
So it'll still be honored. If you pre-order the physical copy for the PC, you will get an Epic game code instead. And people, for some reason, ain't happy about that either. But lately,
for some reason.
well, you know, it's like, I get it, I do understand, but it's gonna take like 2 minutes to download and set up. I mean, worse things can happen. Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't see why people are complaining.
Yeah, fucking entitled gamers, me. But no, like, I get it, I understand, but I mean, again, worse things can happen, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on before I get roasted, right? So obviously a dev went onto one of the forums. He's quite upset. It's a Russian dude, so the translation, the Google translation was quite
hilarious.
Yeah, it wasn't great, right? But basically, what he was trying to say is, look, if PC gamers boycott this now, then we're just further iterations of the game and just not going to come out on PC. So obviously people are just like, oh my god, how dare you threaten us? How dare you? And it does come across as a little bit of a threat, right? But as a business move, if people don't buy it on PC, the publisher is going to be like, well, we're not going to put effort into a PC game anymore, right? That's fair enough. But bearing in mind, a dev said this, not a publisher, right? So he was a bit upset because obviously the game was getting quite a bit of praise coming up to release, and then the publisher made this move. Had nothing to do with the dev team, obviously, and now it's turning nasty, right? So he went onto this forum. He was quite upset. He said a bunch of shit, basically that, right? And then the publisher came out and just said, look, don't take it out on the dev team. And fair play to the publisher. They're just like, don't take it out on the devs. It was us who made the call.
It was me.
It was us to make the call to move it. So if you have any sort of problems, come to us and all that shit, right? And it was the publisher's decision alone. But then the publisher came out and said, like, after that, the dev said this, it won't come out on PC if they boycott it. The publishers were just like, well, that was his opinion. Yeah. It's not true. Well, the publisher said is, they will decide on the future release strategy, and they always will. But the PC will be at the heart of all the, release plans and all that. So the dev was quite upset, but at the end of the day, he has no say in whether it comes out on PC.
I'm sure Metro does best on PC.
It does best on PC. So if they did decide to take it off PC, then you're probably not going to get another Metro game. So please don't boycott it, because I do like Metro. It is a bit shit that it's not coming out on Steam for a year, but I was reading a lot of comments and people are just like, yeah, I'll still buy it in a year's time when it comes out on Steam. And people will do that. Like, you have no idea how fucking, like...
Well, it might even work out better for them in the long run. Because they can sort of get almost 2 releases. Like, the people who will buy it off Steam, and then they can charge full price on the Epic Store.
It was so poorly timed. Like, I get basically, on Epic Store now, it's going to be $10 cheaper, 10 quid cheaper than it would be on the Steam store because of the publisher's going to get more money. From percentages wise, the game is actually going to be $10 cheaper or £10 cheaper.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. But it's just 2 weeks before release, and then you do that. Yeah. You're gonna get backlash, and this might blow up in their face, and it's not great.
I think publishers or any people who have a place where they can stand on their soapbox, they have to be careful about what they say.
Yes.
I mean, like, I don't give a fuck. They can say anything. Why, if I'm going to buy the game or not, it depends on if I like the game. But They gotta get
I think-
backlash off people.
Yeah,
I think that developer attacked the wrong people. Rather than say that we're gonna like punish you PC gamers, it should have been more of an attack on Steam
yeah.
rather than
Well,
like-
I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't attack Steam. It was the publisher's decision alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was them and only them who made that decision, and now some of the devs are catching a bit of flack for this. It's a bit upsetting. It is a bit shit. It's nothing to do with the devs. They've made a pretty decent game by the looks, and the publishers have seen the money signs
Yeah, it looks good.
in their eyes, and now it's just a bit of a shit show. Pretty much. It's not great.
Shame.
It is a shame.
See what happens with
I
it.
love Metro. I love Metro.
I've enjoyed.
I remember when the first
game.
one came out, and I was like that to my brother. I was like, look, let's just buy this game. We went half on the game, and he wasn't sure because he'd never seen anything about it. I was watching all the adverts, and I was just like, just fucking buy this game. Trust me. Trust me. He's like, all right, fine. So we went half, played it, and never looked back, man. Awesome game. Pick up Metro. Ignore the review bombs. Pick it up.
Yeah.
It's great.
When's it out again? Was it?
How many
Games
how many
journalism,
Metro
everyone.
how many Metro games are there?
This will be the third.
I think I've got the first two on the Xbox actually. I think I
Yeah,
picked them up for like
they-
£6.
Remastered them. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Let me see if you now remember the release date.
The release date is the 15th of February.
Wow.
Because I remembered.
Good job remembering.
Thank you.
Damn.
Anyway, hot topic. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. Ooh, look at the time. We've actually saved ourselves
You're
half
wrong.
an hour.
This is not the last thing we're going to talk about.
Is it not the last thing
No.
we're going to talk about? All right. Well, this one of the last things we're going to talk about.
What the last but one?
This started last year, quite late last year, I believe October time. It's to do with
Halloween.
Halloweenish. It's around then. It's
Okay.
not important. Anyway, it's to do with CD Projekt Red and the
I like them.
author. Yes, everyone likes CD Projekt Red, and the author for the Witcher series. So back in the day, I think it was in the year 2000 or year 2002 or something like that. It was early days in 2000. And CD Projekt Red approached this author, bought the rights for The Witcher off of him. So they offered him a lump sum or royalties. And
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name. It's like Polish. So I'm not going to remember this name. But he's a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a dick, and he was just like, "Nah, this game is not going to succeed. So I will take Andrzej Sapkowski. That is his name. We'll just call him Sapkowski.
Sounds like a dick.
Sapkowski. So he's just like, yeah, no, this game isn't going to succeed. I want my money. It was £9,000 worth of money, pretty much, close enough, for the whole rights to The Witcher. Yeah. So he denied the royalties, and they paid him straight up, fair and square. Everyone's happy days. He fucked off, right? Because he doesn't believe, or didn't believe,
The game's gonna go anyway.
Yeah, games could tell a story as well as books, right? So he was caught in his own arrogance, and he lost. Took a bet and he lost. So now it came back towards the end of last year that he was basically. He writ them a letter. He writ CD Projekt a letter, going, pay me £16 million or $16 million, or I'm going to take you to court. And he said, I want to keep this, off the internet. I want to keep this down low.
Yeah.
I don't want anything really to come of this. I just want money.
Because he knows he's in the wrong.
Yeah, well, he fucked up. He fucked up. So CD Projekt Red were like, nah, fuck this, and they straight away put it on the internet for everyone to see what this guy is trying to do, right? It's lawyers and all that shit got involved, and they're close to reaching a settlement, which is the new news that come up, right? But CD Projekt Red are not budging. They're not paying him another penny. They acquired those rights legally, totally fine. But basically, what's happened, they're not going to pay him any money, but they have offered him a job as basic creative, what's the word? It's the same,
Director?
No. It basically, creative consultant, I think. He's the same
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the Netflix series that's coming out. So he
Right.
doesn't have creative control, but if they need, certain things to put in the world to make him more like Witcher, they go to him.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
creative
yeah.
consultant,
not
something
a
like
real
that.
job.
Not a real job, but he
That'll
gets
affect
paid
things.
for it, I'm pretty sure. So he's got, basically, they're just like, yeah, we're not paying you $16 million, but here's a job. So, yeah.
If he wasn't sounding like such a cunt,
He is a cunt. And we don't use that word very often.
if he was
Continuous inspiration.
if he was more, hospitable, if he didn't
Yeah.
sound like a terrible person, I'd feel sort of bad for him. Like, oh, you sold something
Yeah.
for such a low price and
Yeah.
you made a mistake. I'm like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sucks. But he was, like I said, he demined video games as an art form or as a storytelling format.
So let me pose this off as a question for you, right? Obviously, we already know the answer, but, you've got to play devil's advocate. The question is CD Projekt Red in the right?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Think about it.
Giving him a job, or just in general.
Just the way they're handling this entire situation. They're not paying him
What?
anymore, but they're reaching a settlement by giving him a job.
I think, like I said, if he was a different, if he handled himself differently, and he seemed like someone who's made all mistake and was talking to CD Projekt Red, in a way that just wasn't demanding $16 million, I would have said yes. But because of how he is, I think CD Projekt Red is doing a good job.
Yeah. What about you, Jim?
Yeah, it's just the way he handled the situation. I guess, imagine if George Lucas did the same. He sort of, like,
I made a
he
mistake. I
sold,
want Star Wars
he
back.
sold, George Lucas sold Star Wars, but he said basically, just give me the money for the merchandise, and he made like absolute bank off it. So it's just his own decision making lifted him up. But rather than be humble and think, just contact them in such a way. But number one, where's he got a fucking 16 million from?
Because just the amount of
Is that
money
like-
they've made on the game and like.
So that's what I mean. He sort of contradicted himself. If he's going in saying I want 16 million in royalties, and you've sold it outright without keeping the royalties, then he has no right.
No, he
and
has-
it's sort of
Legally, there was like a Polish law where if it like makes X amount of money over the amount they paid him, there's like a clause that he could possibly get more money or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I don't think when he went to that table with the selling the rights, I don't think he believed in himself and his writing enough. Because let's be honest, if he knew how good The Witcher would, the story is to The Witcher and the adaptations you could make off that, surely we go, yeah, fuck it, I'd take the royalties.
He said he didn't believe in video games.
Yeah,
more than anything.
but if the story is good enough, it doesn't matter where you put it, it's going to be enjoyable.
yeah.
Like, I'm speaking too soon. Speaking too soon because we got that Netflix series coming out, and that might be shit.
I could see him if he was totally against a form of art or like a form of telling
Yeah,
something.
it purely he
then
does not like video
then
games.
he just wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, he did.
Even if you really believed
Yeah.
in the story, because like I could like have a great novel I've written here, and you'd be like, oh, I want to write outside on the ground with some shit. I would say like I don't believe in you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which is how he's probably pictured video games.
Yeah, he just basically come out right and said like he's changed his tone now, but when he was being interviewed back in I can't remember, last year, a couple of months ago, he was saying like how he was on the in meetings with them, and he was just like, yeah, no, it's not gonna be successful, like video games. I'm paraphrasing, but to summarize, he just basically said, I want my money because video games suck and it's not going to make any money.
Well,
So I want my 16,000 Polish currency, whatever it was, roughly 9,000 pounds, whatever. And he fucked up.
video games do suck. He's right.
Video games do suck.
That's literally just GG, no remake.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
you fucked up.
So,
I mean, they'd offer you
You
a
done
job.
fucked up now.
Yeah, they'd offer you probably the easiest job in the world because you
Yeah.
wrote that
you
universe.
can't give wrong answers.
No, I mean he made that universe. So if I was him, I would just take it because they ain't paying you, buddy. You fucked up.
Nah.
You fucked up. Take it and run.
Yeah, because
That's all you get.
you're probably watching this.
Yes. You
So-
Russian. No, you lovely Polish person.
Don't lean back on that
Nothing
chair.
wrong with
Am I-
Polish. I'm gonna die.
Bad chair.
I'm gonna
So,
be roasted now.
We have I have a blocked nose. But we have a final 10 minutes, and I want to discuss tits and violence.
Yes, my
So,
favorite things.
I want to
Together,
ask you guys
violent titties.
what you guys think in video games forms would corrupt the youth of today the most. Because Japan has been one of the first countries to ban the new Mortal Kombat game
Already?
because of the violence. But Japan's
Not
also
surprising.
the country that would let schoolgirls get fucked by an octopus. And think, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
So, I put to you, when it comes to censorship of video games,
Yes.
Yeah.
obviously nudity has always taken
Yes.
priority when it comes to censorship.
Yes.
But then, like, there's games where you can, like, rip people limb from limb.
Yes.
Like the Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
What do you think?
Kids shouldn't be playing it anyway. It's 18.
But kids are going to play it.
Kids are going to play it, but they shouldn't be. My like growing up, my mother was pretty good on shit like this. She would check all of my games, and if there was a rating on it she wasn't happy with, I wasn't playing it. I didn't play GTA till I was about 15,
Wow.
16.
Yeah.
So kids shouldn't be playing it anyway. So they should stick an 18 rating on it and just leave it to sell. Like if a kid is playing it, then that's on the parents. So it shouldn't be banned. It's a fucking video game. Like I've played most of the Mortal Kombat, and I just to put this on the record, I've never ripped anyone's head off. You know what I mean? I've never cut someone with a sword.
I think it's in the same sort of
like
situation with
titties.
movies. It's like you're not going to take your kid to an 18 rated movie, so
exactly.
at the end of the day, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Like as a parent, if they end up getting their hands in this game.
I think it's weird, though, how, like, it is more acceptable to show kids or, like, people, or, like, teenagers that are just growing up,
Yeah.
like, hardcore violence.
Yes.
Than it is fucking anything. Not that you'd show kids, hey, look at this sexual explicit shit. But, like, it's more. They're a lot more accessible to see violence than anything else.
Yeah, like, so it's hard. So with like sexual content in games, I think in the earlier stages of your life, like especially nowadays where video games are getting bigger and bigger, like it should be explored, sexual content now, like little bit by bit to help the kids growing up understand, because most of them, let's be honest, they don't pay much attention in school, so they're going to learn a lot from these video games.
Yeah.
So if you can use a game you know, in like a PG or a 12 and a 15 to slowly, you know, get them into sex life, because they're going to eventually, then that's probably the better way around it. But I mean, if you can, in Japan, you can just go on turn on a TV channel and see some anime girl getting fucking drilled in 7 different holes, but all they've done is put a little sensor on the ass. Then
Yeah.
where's Japan confuses me.
Yeah, it's
I am going at the end of the year, and I'm gonna actually check out the channels.
so yeah. They,
And record.
You,
Yes.
you can't. So yeah, they're banning Mortal Kombat,
They shouldn't do that.
but they're okay with everything else they're
Yeah,
showing.
it doesn't make any sense.
And like taking kids might see it out of the equation. They're not. They're banning it. Like
Yeah.
they say no, people shouldn't play it.
It's silly. It's silly. Like, again, put the 18 rating on it, and
Yeah, and like Japan have like horror movies. They
Yes.
have like obviously really gory stuff and
yes,
like
animes that are very gory.
Yeah.
Like
I
some
gotta say
animes,
it's-
like I don't watch anime, but I've seen some of them, and I'm like, that is fucked up. Like I don't want to watch that.
No.
But that's more readily available than Mortal Kombat. I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah.
There is no difference.
So
Go on, Jim. Sorry, I've been arguing the.
It's just
the
it's
mic
just
back.
a massive contradiction in there. You know, you can't say one thing then do another. I think obviously, you know, I think being from the West, this game, I think obviously, but Mortal Kombat is from the West, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're probably a bit anal about that. So you know, sort of like, you know, do what we want, but then if the West bring in something that, you know, we don't agree with, It's even if it's sort of similar or worse to what we had put out on our TV, you know, it's just it's each to their own. It's like everyone's gonna have their own opinion on it, isn't it? And it like it's weird. It's weird. But yeah,
it's tricky.
Mortal
It is tricky.
I'm not surprised with Mortal Kombat though. Like, you know, there is that old aura behind that game getting banned like in so many countries.
But I think like it's so over the top gory that it's not believable anyway. Oh, you probably didn't know that. It's so over the top gory that it's not believable anyway. You're not gonna punch someone's face off from behind their head. It's not gonna. It doesn't work. Like if you,
Thanks for explaining.
Well, you could if you were high on drugs.
Well, I could because I'm Big Daddy.
I mean,
but like,
when so against violence, when it came to Pearl Harbor, was it?
ooh, that's true.
Bastard.
Fuck yeah, it's tough. They shouldn't ban it. I personally don't think they should ban it. They should put the 18 rating on it. If kids are playing it, that's on the parents. And yeah, in terms of the sexual content stuff, it's just, like Jamie said, it's just a massive contradiction. But yeah,
I think sexual content. Yeah, don't put it in games unless it is a game set around porn. Otherwise, it's awkward.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
Like
violence, fun.
Yeah,
I always think it's awkward how they have.
Yeah, like
I think it's awkward how they have to like mocap that shit as well. You can just imagine the actors or whatever just trying to reenact the scenes. It's like nah.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Can you imagine like two people in complete suits and they just sort of like like on top of each other like this? It's just like I don't get paid enough.
I can't. Yeah. I can't see, but the words are enough.
Yeah, it's not great, but.
I wish I didn't have to see you fuck my bed.
Oh, I fucked it good.
And on that,
your bed wants more.
And on that tantalizing note,
Big Daddy, hang on. On that tantalizing note, what's my name, Google?
Your name is Daddy.
You fucking right, it is. Mic drop.
Bye.
I'm out here.
Later, bitch.